Welcome, guys, to the Shoof.com hot seat this week. I want to introduce who we have with us tonight: Stephen J. Gindy and Joe Ciferati. This is actually an unprecedented event. It's the first time that we'll be interviewing people that are not in our league. So here's to hoping that your commissioner doesn't fine you for your current actions. I'm going to start off right away with a question that is on a lot of people's minds in Brooklyn this year. I have in front of me an all-star center fielder and an all-star shortstop. Respectively, you guys won the World Series as members of Sons of Pitchers last year in Brooklyn. What made you take your talents down to South Jersey?
Well, what's up, Joe? I'll take that one. Well, after watching what happened to what was going on in the Brooklyn League, it kind of seemed to us that the talent level might have been dwindling down, and we thought that by winning a second repeat year at Brooklyn, we might not have it live up to its expectations. So we thought that maybe we should try to challenge ourselves. From what we understood, YMSL was the more competitive league, and it has proven to be very competitive so far. And so we're just trying to make the next step. Unfortunately, Steve and I couldn't have played. We didn't get a chance to be on the same team here in YMSL.
Okay.
However, we're going to try to make a run for it.
Joe and I did give it as much as we could to the last minute.
I do have to give you credit. You guys were of the two last people to make the jump.
That's correct. I definitely didn't want to have to spend an hour there, an hour back. It turns out to an hour there, an hour and a half back. At the end of the day, we have nothing to prove if there's no talent. And although there is the fun factor, at this point in our careers, we felt we were left with no option.
So I was going to ask you that. Is that all it's about? Proving?
No, the fun fact, like I said, is very important. But there's more to it. You can't play in a subpar league if, it is what it is.
Right.
So.
I'm going to stay with you, Stephen. Your current team in YMSL, the Cheeseheads, includes a lot of Brooklyn players, including the ringleader of this whole movement, Ike Mavora. Did that help the transition? Did it hurt? What happened there?
We made it like a non-transition. That's what it felt like. Truth.
Is that a positive?
I'll let you know after the season's over.
Well, right now, how's your team doing?
We're 3-5. We were 3-3 after last week. We had a terrible week this week, getting swept to a subpar team, and here we are now, 3-5. We're playing Joe this week for a very important doubleheader.
All right, Joe, you started off the season injured. Bottom line, how do you feel?
Right now, I mean, I think I'm close to 100% once again. The injury was, I don't know what happened. I hurt myself playing football. Biggest mistake, but I think I played better a little bit hurt because I'm a little bit more cautious maybe. But the truth is, I'm feeling great now.
How are you playing this year?
I started off my first week after the injured week where I didn't play. I started off very hot. I went 5 for 6, batting phenomenal, and then I got a little bit frustrated with my team. My team wasn't performing, and we all knew it. So as a result, we're 2-6 right now. But we started coming together, and the last week or so, I kind of cooled down a lot. But my team really did pick me up, and as a result, we swept that last week. So we're having a lot of momentum going into this next upcoming week against Satan.
Safe to say that our teams are not what they want to be.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that. So both teams are under 500.
That's correct. What did we do last year?
Well,
No.
that's why we're here.
That's right.
Joe, will you be missing any games for your upcoming wedding?
The truth, right now, the fiance is pushing me to miss this upcoming week against Steven.
I don't blame her.
She does not want me to get injured at all. However, I know what my team needs, and my team needs me in the field and batting, and I don't know if I can really pass up a game against Ike Mavora and company.
So you mentioned, first of all, that's very commendable, but you mentioned your team needing you in the field. What position are you playing this year?
Well, unfortunately, I had to take a step over to left field.
You used to be a
center fielder,
yeah.
correct. It hurt a little bit to start, but moving over for Joe Chira, who is actually a great center fielder himself, so I can't really say that it's not deserving.
So you don't feel slighted?
I mean, it's kind of a mixed bag of feelings.
Uh-huh.
I would have loved to stay in center.
Have you been
However,
sleeping okay?
I've been sleeping fine due to the fact that I'm no longer playing center field.
Okay.
However, I do think that while I'm playing left field, I'm making the best of it, and people still hold me with regard to me playing as a center fielder. So
I'm glad you think that.
I don't think it's going to hurt me in future games.
Okay. So back to, open questions now. Commute-wise, how's it going? I know that I was home at 12 on Sunday, and, like what time have you been getting home every week, and how has the wife and the fiance have been handling this?
I'll start off. I've been getting lucky as far as my wife is concerned. Been transitioning to a new apartment. She's been shopping with my mother-in-law. And
You don't want to be anywhere near there anyway.
What do I need to be there for?
Noted.
First week I had a extra inning game. I didn't get home till 4:30. So thankfully she was
So
busy.
you thought that was a sign of things to come?
I hope not, but it's been a pretty consistent 4:30, 3:30, and like 3 o'clock the last couple of weeks.
So you were home at 3 last Sunday.
It stinks.
Joe?
It hurts.
True, the mornings are extremely rough because I'm usually catching a ride with maybe Jason Sultan, who's out there at like 7:40.
Yes.
But I mean, I do pray at the field, so it gives me a little bit of leeway.
So do you think that it hurts your kavana and therefore you're hitting and fielding? Or now that you're in left field, maybe your fielding isn't as
I
important?
think Joe said he gets more time praying at the field than he
That is true. So instead of me rushing in my home,
gets to say Alena.
He gets to sail anyway. Okay. That's another good thing about this.
But as far as coming home, there has been some traffic, but nothing to the extreme. And my fiance is busy with the wedding planning.
All right. So you guys are lucky that your others, significant others, have been busy. We'll just hope that keeps up for your sake. Both of your averages have dipped a little bit. It's universally agreed that pitching is stronger in Brooklyn. On top of that, you guys do use a gold bowling deal. What do you think the reason for the dip is? And I'll just go into the numbers here. Steven, this year you're hitting 464, which is not bad. However, last year in Brooklyn you hit 523. And Joe, this year in Deal you're hitting 400, whereas last year in Brooklyn you hit 476. So Joe, you want to start us off there?
I mean, I started off hot, and then I cooled down a lot.
We don't have that many at bats to prove yourself.
Exactly, that's also
We
true.
missed a week. We only had 4 weeks.
Okay, but that could go either way. That could make your average higher or lower.
The pitching that I faced so far hasn't been better than Brooklyn in any way, shape, or form. However, what I can say is that the fielding in Deal seems to be a little bit at a higher level.
Mhm.
I mean, I hit a couple shots last week where I thought easily in the gap, and they were making some diving plays in the outfield. So I have to give them that credit that the batting average might have taken a slight dip due to the fact that the fielding is a little bit higher.
Okay. Very quickly now, this is a short answer. YMSLsoftball.com versus SYsoftball.com. Who wins and why? In just a few words.
SYsoftball.com is looking pretty good as far as the website's concerned. I know Sandy Estes told me they made a couple of additions to the website team. Jeffrey Gindy. You guys look great. It seems to be you guys emulating their interviews and things like that and taking it to the next level, which is good to see.
Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it, Joe. Very quickly, just a couple words.
SY Softball does seem like it has a slight competitive edge in terms of the structure of the site and all. However, we're here to play softball more than watch fun and games.
It's a good point. I'll take that point. And last question, and only need a one-word answer from both of you on this, and then we'll wrap it up. You don't need to answer this question at this point, but has a decision been made as far as next year goes and where you will be playing?
I mean, I think I just have to wait and see how the rest of the season turns out.
So you're saying no?
There's no definite decision now.
Steve?
Yes.
The decision hasn't been made. All right. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. We look forward to many more interviews like this, and hopefully see you guys on the field again. Good luck for the rest of the YMSL season, and thank you.
Thank you.
Didn't say we cut it? All right.